All right, you guys can hear me good from back here?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right, so what we'll do, we'll start using the blocks on our backs. So we're going to come into like a supported fish pose. So you're pretty much going to put the block right in between your shoulder blades, yeah? And you're going to just lay down on your back, just take your time to find the positioning. So it's fairly high up the spine, but not so high so that you're able to drop your head back. Now, if this is really uncomfortable, like if this is a big drop for the head to come back, you can take like another block or a cushion or something, and you can just rest the head on that. Otherwise, you can just let it drop all the way back. You can take your arms just by your side. You can have the legs nice and long, or you can maybe even, come into your butterfly legs, taking the knees wide. So just take a moment to get settled. I know sometimes it can be a bit awkward finding the positioning with the block, but it's pretty much right in between the scapulars or the shoulder blade. Nice. Once you get settled, just allow the shoulders to kind of loosen or fall even further towards the mat. Nice. And as well as if you have your legs in butterfly, just allow the knees to soften along with the forces of gravity. Just allow the hips to gently open. And just start to notice the nice opening that we have here in the chest and the thoracic. Maybe the breath comes a little easier, a little deeper in this open position. And just shutting off the eyes. And just breathe into the block. Let's take an exhale out together. Just empty the lungs. We'll bring a little count in. So go ahead and take a breath in just for a count of 3, 2, 1. But long exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So inhale for 3. Nice full chest. And then slow, gradual exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In through the nose. Slowly out. 6, 5, 4, 2, 1. Just continue through. I want you to just take this a couple times. And now look, that count can be, it can be 3 and 6. It can be maybe 5 and 10. It can be 2 and 4. Whatever it is, doesn't really matter. It's just as long as you're taking more time to lengthen those exhales. Just go ahead and allow all the muscles in the face to soften and relax as well while you're here. And then after a few rounds of that breath, just return back to a natural rhythm, as in without even counting or thinking. But just keep that in mind. Any time that we're in, more restorative position, it's a really good opportunity to come back to the or program exhale. Really allow the body to tap into respond to the breath or recognize that. Maybe just a brief moment of gratitude here. Maybe a quick thank you to yourself for making it to your mat yet again. Maybe just to prepare mentally for the next hour. So invite that sense of being grounded. All right, staying in this position, we're just going to bring a bit of movement into just the arms only. So think of like those snow ankle things that kids or grown folk even do when they're in snow. So with your arms, you're just going to kind of slide with the backs of the hands on the ground, arms nice and long. You're just going to kind of slide your arms into an overhead position. Now you'll get to a point coming overhead where the hands will want to lift up off the ground. That's fine. But just take a moment, just going up and down with the arms. So bringing them like all the way by your sides and then all the way overhead. So it's like circling the shoulder joint or half circling the shoulder. Nice. And then I want you to take both the arms overhead. Hold the arms overhead. Let's interlace the fingers and press the palms back. If you've got the legs in butterfly, just straighten your legs. So pretty much coming into a full body stretch here on the block. Press those palms back. Might even want to point the toes forward. But at the same time, try and bring the arms as close towards the ground as you can. Maybe even just lightly pulse the arms towards the ground in that interlace or down. Good. Slowly bring the arms back by your side. Using your hands as well, gently lift up off the block. Just remove the block and just lay back down. Nice. Just bring the knees into the chest. Grab a hold of each of the knees and just rock and roll up and down the spine. And see if you can roll all the way back onto your shoulder blade. Just to kind of release from that block. And then eventually you'll just hook the ankles, roll all the way forward, come over the feet, the legs, and come into a tabletop position. Nice. So hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. And we'll start to warm up through the spine, through some cat-cow. So go ahead, before we go anywhere, try and roll your shoulders back so that the crease line of the elbow is facing forward. So think about wrapping the triceps behind you, the biceps forward. And then using your breath, inhale, start to lift through the hips, lift through the heart, look up as well towards the ceiling, long through the arm. And then exhale, slowly come into your big cat stretch, taking your shoulder blades as high as you can. So your inhale guides you up, and your exhale brings you to that, concave hunchback position. So I want you to take this a few times. I know we do cat-cow a lot, almost every class. But I want you to try and do this nice and slowly. Sometimes it's not until we slow things down that you can really kind of essentially feel the movement. So see if you can get a sense of like feeling each vertebra stack and roll onto the neck. Nice. So think of like your spine going through like a wave type motion. If you can really articulate each of the vertebrae. Good. And then from here, just come back to more of a neutral shape. And then from here, you're going to come into more of like a wild cat-cow. So you're also going to be moving the hip side to side. So you're almost contracting the side body on one side and then on the other. But at the same time, you can also be rolling the head and the chest. So almost think about like figure 8 movement with your head and your hips. And then maybe you can change direction. Don't worry if you're not doing it right or whatever it looks like. But just wanting to work the spine in all the planes or in all directions. Nice. And then go ahead, just come back to more of a neutral shape. Nice. And then flip the hands back so the fingers point back towards the knees. And we'll just take a couple more rounds of cat-cow from here. So go ahead, inhale, press the palms down, lift up through the heart and the hips. Exhale, round. All right, back to neutral. Flip the hands around. Bring the knees together, bring the feet together or the toes together and just sit back on the heels. Yep. And then you're going to inhale, reach the arms up, interlace the fingers, press the palms up towards the ceiling. Keep the ribs in. Take another breath in, look up towards the hand. Exhale, release the hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers here. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades, look up, open up through the chest. Keeping the hands bound, exhale, bow forwards, head towards the knee. Nice, then inhale, rise up, open up through the chest. Just stay here, exhale, release the hands by your side. Inhale, reach the arms up, interlace the fingers, press the palms up. Nice, and then from here, we're gonna move away through the spine as well. So again, think like figure 8. So it's like you're circling the arms and the ribs in opposite direction. Think about like stirring a pot, yeah? Nice. Try and keep the arms as straight as you can. It's almost your arms reach out to the opposite side as your ribs and then change direction. Nice. Come back. Keep the fingers interlaced. Press the palms up, especially the heels of the palm. And then exhale, release the hands back. Interlace the fingers one more time behind the back. Inhale, open up through the chest. Stay here for your exhale. Just keep breathing here. You're just chasing the floor with the hands. And release. Just go ahead, walk the hands forward. Tuck your toes. Press back and we'll come into the first downward facing dog. So just find some movement in your first down dog. Pedal through the feet. Lengthening through the backs of the legs. But also keeping the hands engaged. Just so you can press your chest back towards your thigh. Good. All right, now from here, we're just going to slowly walk the feet forwards to the front of the mat. Once you make it there, just walk your feet nice and wide as your mat. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. So the feet are nice and wide. Bend in the knees and then slowly roll up your spine. Come all the way up to standing. So from here, we're going to inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Nice. Inhale, halfway lift. And then on your exhale, you're going to drop down into a squat, into Malasana. So you might have to take the toes away from each other slightly. That's fine. On this first one, let's bring the palms together. bring the elbows inside of the knees and press that open. Nice. And just kind of sway the body side to side, just to work into each hip and each ankle. Try and keep the feet grounded. Good, all right. Stay here, come to stillness. Try and stay upright through the spine. Shift the weight into the heels so that you stay up. And then go ahead, reach the arms straight up or out in front of you. Nice. So think of this as more of a passive squat. And then on your next inhale, I want you to lift the hips just a little bit. So they're in the same line as the knees, into more of an active squat. Good. And then inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Just turn the toes in so the feet are parallel. And then exhale, forward fold. So that'll be our little warm-up flow. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low passive squat. Inhale, arms up. Hold for your exhale. And then inhale, just a little higher, active squat. So the quads switch on a lot more now. Hold for your exhale. And then inhale, rise all the way up. The toes turn in so the feet come parallel. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, passive squat. Good. Inhale, arms up in your passive squat. Hold for your exhale. And just try and externally rotate the shoulders so the palms turn to face up. Inhale, up, active squat. Hold for that exhale. Nice. And then inhale, rise all the way up. Turn the toes in. Exhale, forward fold. One more full round. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low squat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hold. Inhale, active. Exhale, hold. Inhale all the way up. Toes come in. Exhale, forward fold. Nice. From here, inhale, take a halfway lift. Plant the palms. Step back with both feet. Come into plank. Shoulders over your hands. Spreading the fingers nice and wide. Take a deep breath in here. Engage through the hands. And nice and slowly, we're going to come down through chaturanga. So just bend the elbows slowly. Almost like you're taking a really slow push-up. 3, 2, 1, all the way down. All right, and then from here, take the hands wide. Fingertips will be actually just off the mat. You're coming onto your fingertips like you're cupping the hands. The elbows come up high. Drop the chin to the ground. Inhale, peel your spine up off the floor. And then exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Take your time. Just roll through this at your own pace. Again, just slowing this down. See if you can feel. Think back to your cat-cow. See if you can feel each vertebra come up off the mat and then feel each one come back in contact with the mat. We'll take one more. So on your next one up, inhale, lift up here and hold. Good. Now you're on the fingertips, but you're going to remove to the pinky finger. So we're going to lose or remove one finger at a time, and you'll probably drop down a little bit. That's fine, but I want you to keep the chest up as much as you can. And then lift the thumbs. So you're on the 3 fingers. Lift the ring fingers so that you're on the peace fingers now. Good. Lift the middle finger so you're just on the pointer finger. And then float your hand. So you're in cobra. Nice. Then reach your arms wide. Externally rotate your shoulders back, so palms face up. Nice. Keep the chest up. And then exhale, just bring your hands down underneath your shoulders. Inhale, upward facing dog. So this next little sequence, the chest stays up the whole way. We're going to move through up dog, cobra, and locust pose. So lower down, cobra. Take the arms wide. Inhale, locust pose. Lift the chest. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Good. Exhale, cobra. Inhale, locust pose. Breathe into the belly, find a little extra lift. Exhale, cobra. Inhale, up dog. Nice. Exhale, cobra. Inhale, locust pose. Exhale, cobra. Inhale, up dog. Good. Exhale, cobra. Inhale, locust pose. Breathe to the low back. Exhale, cobra. I'm going to take one more full round. So inhale, up dog. Exhale, cobra. Inhale, locust pose. Stay here. Good. And then I want you to inhale, reach the arms out in front of you. Then exhale, pull the elbows back. Reach the arms back for your locust pose. Good. Inhale like you're swimming. Reach the arms forward. The chest might drop a little bit. That's fine. But then as you exhale, pull the elbows back. Breathe into the belly. Nice. Take two more. Inhale, reach forward. If you want a little more, you can lift the feet. Pull the elbows back. Lift up. Arms back. Nice one. Reach forward. Good. Pull the elbows back. Reach the arms back. Hold here. Everything reaching back. Just your chest reaching forward. Breathe into the low belly or the low back. Find a little extra lift. And then exhale, release. Bring the hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, roll or pull through upward facing dog. And then exhale, roll over your toes. Downward facing dog. Nice. Just pedal your feet out here in your down dog or just actively press both heels back. Should feel nice after the back bending. All right, now from here, slowly inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, lower your heels. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, lower your heels. Inhale, lift your heels, roll forwards to plank. Good. Now from plank, we're going to come to up dog, but I want you to keep the arms nice and long. So from here, already all it is just a slow lowering of the hips towards the ground. And then keep the chest up though. So you want to avoid this shape here, yeah? No turtlenecks. Think of like a nice long giraffe neck. And then tuck the chin to the chest. Slowly press the hips up and back, downward facing dog. So we're going to roll between down dog and up dog. It's just like a split second pause in plank. So inhale, roll forward. You don't have to stop in the plank. Just keep rolling the hips down, chest open, head up. And then chin to the chest, hips up, head back. Nice, just roll through. Again, think of the previous little spinal warm-ups that we did. Going through a slow cat-cow, going through a slow cobra. Or when you were stirring the pot with the arms overhead, just roll through a few more rounds. And again, think of your spine going through that like waving type motion. Nice work, Tiffany. And the key here as well is to try and keep the arms as straight as you can, especially as you're coming into your up dog position. Last two rounds. All right, from your down dog, just drop your knees down to the ground, untuck the toes. Cool. So from here, I'll give you two options. If you have two blocks, I can't remember if you guys said you had one or two blocks, but if you have two blocks, just take them out in front of you, right? And you're going to just place the hands on the block. So we're going to come into puppy pose. If you don't have two blocks, that's cool. Just go without the blocks. So the hands will be on the ground. Perfect. So in your puppy pose, you want to make sure that the hips stay on top of the knees. So we don't want to move the hips forward. We don't want to take them back. We want to keep them stacked on top of the knees. And then just walk your blocks out in front of you. Remember, the hips stay stacked. And then just slowly lower the head towards the ground. If the head doesn't quite make it, if you have an extra support that you can take under the head, a third block or a cushion or something, go for that. We just want to come into this position just to open up through the backs of the shoulders some more. So just have the hands or the blocks about shoulder width wide. And then just think about lowering the chest towards the ground. Nice. Again, maybe another opportunity to come back to those long exhales. I want you to slowly lift the head. We're going to stay here, but we're just going to change the hand. You're going to come onto the edges of the hand. So think of like two thumbs up, or you can give me two thumbs up like this. And then slowly drop the head and the chest back down. Nice. And press a little bit down through the hand. So whatever's in contact with the block, bring a little activity down just to keep the arms nice and straight. Last few breaths here. See if you can take a nice couple big breaths into those back shoulders. And then gently lift the head. Nice. Slowly walk the hands back in. And then what we'll do is we'll keep the blocks. If you've got two blocks, I think you all do, just keep them there, but take them on the flat side now. And just place your hands down on them. So your hands are positioned for your downward facing dog. We're just going to elevate the hands. So down dog with the hands on blocks, tuck the toes and just slowly press back. And just notice what's different here with the elevated hand. So you should have a little more space for the shoulders. Your heels might be a little closer towards the ground. Nice. 10, maybe just shorten your stance a little bit if you can walk the feet in. Good. And see if you can take the chest back towards the side. Yeah, nice. Cool. All right. So from here, let's go ahead and reach the right leg up. And then exhale, knee to the nose. I want you to round through the spine. Again, think of that big cat stretch. Think of that hunchback or rounded shoulders. Try and bring the knee in towards the chest. And then slowly step the foot through. Drop the back knee. Untuck the back toe. Go ahead and reach the arms up. Good. So I want you to find a pistol grip here. So you fold the three fingers, keep the index fingers long. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, pull the arms back. So coming into a bit of a back bend here in your lunge. And then we're going to alternate the arm positioning. So inhale, release the hands. Drop them behind the back. You're going for the same pistol grip, this time just behind the back. And then exhale, pull that back. Open the chest. Right? So inhale, reach the arms above. Let go of the grip. Take it overhead. Find the same grip. Exhale, sink the hips forward, the heart up. Inhale, arms up. So just one breath each movement. Behind the back. Exhale, pulling back. Inhale, above the head. Exhale, reach back. Inhale, behind the back. Exhale, pull back. Good. Inhale, above the head. Grab the pistol grip. Exhale, pull back. And we're going to hold here. Stay breathing. Keep breathing. It's like you're aiming the pistol back overhead. Bend into your front knee a little more. Arch the back a little more. And then inhale, reach the arms up, release them behind the back. One last time behind the back. Exhale, pull back. Almost like you're aiming the pistol towards the ground. Pulling those shoulders back. Chest open towards the ceiling. And then inhale, release the hands, bring them overhead. Hands can be apart here. Exhale the hands down towards the floor. Nice. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. And then inhale, reach your arms up, high crescent line. Exhale, hands back down to your blocks. And then from here, just straighten your front leg. With the leg straight, inhale, just take a halfway lift so you're reaching the chest forward. And then exhale, drop the head towards the knee. Just hang out. All right, you're going to bend into the front knee. And then just step the right foot back, straight into downward facing dog. So go ahead, take the left leg up. Exhale, knee to the nose, round through the spine. Come onto the ball of the right foot. So you're on the right toes, lift the knee as high as you can. Almost like you're trying to kiss it, and then step it through. Drop the back knee down, untuck the toes. We're taking that same flow. So inhale, reach the arms overhead. Grab your pistol. Exhale, sink into the pose. We're doing this 4 times up and down. So release the hand. Come behind the back. Exhale, pull back. Nice, that's 1. Inhale, reach the arms up, overhead. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, up, behind the back. Exhale, that's 2. Inhale, right. Exhale, open. Inhale, rise behind the back. Exhale, open. Good. One last time, we'll hold on each one. Reach up. Exhale, open, stay here. Keep breathing. Keep pressing the right hip forwards here. You might even be able to look back towards the gun or the pistol. Inhale, come up. Release one last time behind the back. Exhale, pulling over. Right. Inhale, arms up. Hands stay apart. Exhale, hands come down to the floor. Tuck the back toes. Lift the back knee. Squeeze that right thigh. Inhale, reach your arms up. Bend into the front knee. Exhale, hands down. Straighten your front leg. Inhale, half lift. Just bring the chest forward. Exhale, fold into your pyramid. Head towards the knee. Nice. The left leg doesn't have to be completely straight. It's fine. It's still bent a little bit. Just your best version of pyramid. All right, go ahead, bend into the front knee. Take that left leg all the way up and back, downward facing dog. Nice. Inhale, roll forwards to plank. And just like we did before, just slowly drop the hips upward facing dog. And then chin to the chest. Inhale, hips up. Exhale, hips back. Downward facing dog. All right. From here, take the right leg up. Bend the knee. I want you to stack that hip open. So think about bringing the heel, the right heel towards the butt. Think about pointing the right knee towards the ceiling. And maybe even just take some circles here with the knee, with the hip. Good. Take it in both directions or other way. Nice. Then stack that hip open. If it's available for you, see if you can slowly step over wild thing. Or you're slowly going to flip over. So you're just flipping the right foot over. Try and keep the right knee as bent as you can. Good. And then reach the right arm up overhead. Press long through the left arm. Nice. And then slowly roll the right hand back down. Reach the right leg back up. And then just place the right foot back down again. Yeah. Take the left leg up. Bend the knee. Stack the hip open. Take a couple circles here. In both directions. And then open the hips some more. And then see if you can slowly flip over. Reach the left arm over. So ideally, your right leg should be long. You're kind of like on the edge of the right foot, but your left knee is shorter and bent. Hips up high, chest up. And then turn the left hand down. Reach the left leg up. Reach the left foot down. Good. Inhale, roll forwards to plank. And then slowly lower the hips, upward facing dog. Long chin to the chest. Press back. Downward facing dog. Nice. From here, go ahead, just drop the knees. Bring the feet and the knees together and just sit back on the heels briefly. You're going to interlace the fingers behind the back. Squeeze the shoulder blades. And then open up through the chest. Looking ahead or straight up. Chasing the floor with those. Cool. So bring the hands forward. Actually, let me just demo this next one really quick. So we're going to do something similar to the last one with the wild thing. So we'll do, just watch this first one. We'll bend the right knee, flip over. So notice here when you flip over, the left leg is longer than the right. And then what you'll do is we're going to drop the hips all the way down to the ground. You're going to step this foot in closer so it's in line with the right. So now both feet are parallel. And then we're going to lift up into like kind of like a one-arm bridge or one-arm reverse tabletop. Yeah, and then to come out, you just straighten that same left leg, right hand down, right leg up and back down. Yeah, let's give it a go. So just find your down dog first. Take your time. You got this. So press the chest back. Go ahead, lift the right leg up when you're ready. Bend the knee, stack the hip open. Try and keep the right heel as close to the butt as you can. Keep the knee as bent as you can. And then slowly turn over. Wild thing first. Reach the hips up high. Reach the heart up. Reach the right arm overhead. Nice. And then slowly, keeping the left hand where it is, slowly just drop the hips down to the ground. All the way down. Yeah, but just keep the left arm where it is. And then just bend your left knee to bring the foot in. So your 2 feet are now parallel, pointing towards the back of your mat. And then press the feet down. Inhale, lift the hips up. Reach the right arm over your head again. Nice. Turn the chest up. Turn the hips up. Stay here. See if you can just straighten your left leg to like the wild thing. Nice. And then roll your right hand back down to the ground. Reach the right leg up. Good. And then exhale, bring the knee all the way forwards to the nose. And then step through the hand. Good. Drop the back foot for warrior two. Slowly cartwheel your arms up. And then sink into the front knee, warrior two. Nice. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Keep bending in the front knee. Straighten your leg here. And then slowly cartwheel down into your triangle pose or trikonasana. Left arm comes up. Won't be here for long. Just take a breath in. Stay long through the arms and the spine. Exhale, both hands down on your blocks again. Lift your back heel. Lift your right leg all the way up and back, downward facing dog. Nice. Let's try the other side, yeah? So left leg up, bend the knee, stack the hip open. Slowly, take your time. Flip over. So right leg long, left knee bent. Left arm reaching over. And then slowly lower the hips all the way down to the ground. Bend your right knee this time, so the feet are parallel here. And then inhale, lift the hips up. Reach the left arm over. Squeeze the butt to lift the hips. Nice. Stay here. Try and just straighten your right leg. Wild thing. And then roll your left hand down. Take the left leg up. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose down the middle line. Step the foot through. Drop the back heel. Cartwheel your arms up. Warrior two. Bend into the front knee. Good. Inhale, reverse warrior. The legs stay frozen. Stay here, straighten your front leg. And then slowly cartwheel your left arm down. Right arm up. Triangle pose. Nice. If it's on, see if you can just look up towards the right hand or the top hand. And then exhale, both hands down to your blocks. Lift the back heel. And then slowly step the left leg back. Downward facing dog. Nice. Go ahead, inhale, roll forwards to your plank. Nice. This time we'll slowly come down through chaturanga. So for a count of 7, just bend the elbow slightly. 6, a little more. 5, 4, 3. We're going to pause in our chaturanga just off the floor here. See if you can hold with the chest off the floor for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Nice. Stay here. So from here, you can just remove the blocks a little bit out the road. Nice. From here, I want you to just bend both the knees. And just before we go anywhere, you can stack the hands. Just drop the forehead down and just go side to side with the feet. Nice. And then from here, I want you to reach back. See if you can grab the ankles or the tops of the feet. We're setting up for Dhanurasana. Nice. So holding the feet, looking forward, start to kick your feet back to the hand. Notice the shoulders opening here. And then keep kicking, keep kicking, keep kicking. See if you can peel more of your spine up off the floor. Or almost like you're trying to roll onto your pelvis, onto your hip. Breathe into your belly. Take one last big breath in the belly. And spin the hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck the toes. Press up and back, downward facing dog. Nice. We'll take a brief twist here. So just walk, take a small step forward with both feet. So just in like a slightly shorter down dog. And then I want you to reach your left hand back to your right ankle or calf. I want you to pull with your left hand, but push with your right hand. So you're looking underneath your right armpit. Hopefully it doesn't smell too funky. And then slowly release your left hand and then change. Bring the right hand across the body to your left ankle. So remember, you're pulling with the right arm. So you're trying to pull your weight towards the legs and you're trying to push with your left hand. Looking underneath the left arm. And release the right hand. Nice. Then just drop both the knees to the ground. So toes, we'll untuck the toes. The hips, the knees will be hip width wide, and then just come to stand on your knees. Yeah, so we're just standing here on the knees. Toes are untucked. Now from here, I want you to think of this one straight line from the knees to the hips to the shoulders. So I'm in the one straight line here. So what you're going to do from here, you're just going to cross the arms over the chest. You're just holding onto the shoulders. Now I want you to maintain this straight line position. But what you're going to do is you're going to rock your weight back. So even when I come to here, notice I'm still in that straight line. It's just up here now. So my shoulders, hips, knees. And then you're going to press your feet into the ground, press the knees down, and then see if you can come forward. So it's going to be a lot on the quads, yeah? So you're going to try and rock back. And then press everything down, come forwards. Yeah? Let's take 5 of these. So rock back. Press forwards. 1. Rock back. Squeeze the butt as well. Press forward. That's 2. Rock back. Press forward. 3. Rock back. Press forward. 4. One more will hold. So rock back. Hold here for 5. Squeeze everything for 4. 3, 2, 1. And then press forward. Nice. I want you to release the hands by the side. Tuck your toes so the heels come a little higher. And we're going to work into camel pose or Ustrasana. So I want you to inhale, reach or circle your right arm up and back towards the right heel. Catch the right heel. And then reach your left arm just straight up, slightly overhead. So I want you to, holding your right heel, push your hips forward. Push everything forward. Just reach back with your left arm. Take the left arm first. All right, just breathe. And then slowly bring your left arm by your side. Slowly circle your right arm up and back. Just tuck the toes or untuck the toes and slowly just sit back on the heels just for a brief moment. Just allow your spine to reset. And then slowly press back up onto the knees. Tuck the toes again. To other side this time. Circle your left arm up and back. Catch the left heel. Good. And then reach your right arm up and overhead, pressing your knees down, hips forward. Chest up, right arm overhead. Nice big breath. And then right arm by your side. Slowly reach, circle your left arm up and by your side. Cool. Untuck the toes and just sit back on the heels. So we're going to do one more round of that. So one more round of the cross arms, like rocking back. And then we'll go for full camel, yeah? So let's come up. Keep the toes untucked first. Cross the arms. Nice. And we'll take 5 of those movements from here. Good. So take a deep breath in, slowly rock back. Exhale, roll forward. Nice. Inhale back. Exhale, lifts you up. Inhale back. Exhale forwards. Good. Take 2 more here. Rock back. Nice. Come forward. We'll take one more holding. So come back, hold here. You might even be able to look back, squeeze the butt, hold here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Forward. Nice. And release the arms by your side. Tuck the toes. Good. And then instead of circling the arms, just reach back one hand and then the other. See if you can grab both the heel. So see if you can take the hands on the inside, the thumbs on the outside, and then press everything forward, the hips especially. And just allow the head to drop back. Keep reaching hips forward. Nice. And then slowly just bring your hands back to the hips, chin to the chest. Good. Just drop your hands down for down dog and slowly press back into your down dog. Nice. Inhale, roll forwards to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, just sit the hips back on the heels. Drop the hips to one side. And you can bring the legs out in front of you. Just give the legs a bit of a shake here. And just slowly come down onto your backs. Just keep one of the blocks close by. We'll use it in a moment. So coming down onto your back here. Nice. And then go ahead and lift both the legs up. I want you to just flex the toes towards the face for a moment. Nice. Then we're going to do like some cross body action here. So you're going to lift the left hand up to the outside of the right foot, yeah? And then we're just going to alternate side to side. So before we go anywhere, lift the head up off the floor, reach your arms forward. So shoulders off the floor, head off the floor, good. Stay here in this kind of brace position. And then reach your arms up. And then we'll move here. Let's see if we can go for 20, 10 each side. So right foot, left foot, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good. Reach the arms forward like we just started. Head up. No. Keep the feet together and slowly lower the legs. Not quite all the way to the ground, but you're coming into like a low boat position here. Feet just hovering off the floor. Good. Press your low back into the floor and then reach your arms overhead. Good. Press the low back into the ground and release. And then bend the knees. Bring the feet to the floor. Find your block. We're going to take supported bridge. So just lift your hips up nice and high. You've got a few different heights you can use on your block. Just take the block right underneath your sacrum or your tailbone. So pretty much the end of your spine. Nice. And coming to the supported bridge should also feel good after the core work. And then slowly, you can either stay here, this is totally fine. Just have the palms up, roll the shoulders back. Or what also feels nice, if you might want to try, is to just extend the leg nice and long. If you're okay or comfortable with that, go ahead and extend the arms overhead too. So you're pretty much in like a full body stretch on your block. Just shut off the eyes here as well. Let's come back to that breath count, those long exhales. So just do it at your own pace or your own count. In for 3, out for 6 or 5, 10, 2 and 4, whatever. Feel the lightness in the hips as the block kind of just holds and supports you up. Or think of your hips in this positioning being like the peak of a mountain, and just feel like the energy washing down the slopes of the mountain. So washing down the legs, washing down the arms. All right, if you're still on the block, just take a moment, lift the hips up a little higher, or walk the feet in first if the legs are long. Lift the hips a little higher off the block just so you can slide the block out, and just drop the hips back down to the ground. And then bring the knees into your chest, just as a nice counter stretch. Good. Go ahead, even lift the head up towards the knees, like you're trying to curl yourself into a ball. Squeeze yourself in nice and tight, almost like you're trying to activate and tense every muscle in the body. Take one more breath in. And then as you exhale, let everything go. Let the legs go long. Let the arms come by your side. Let the shoulders roll back. Let the palms face up. If there's any other movements that you want to take or anything else the body's asking for, by all means, feel free. Otherwise, just come into your final breath or just taking complete surrender. bring a little awareness back. Maybe a little movement coming back. If you're still on your back, just take a moment to slowly roll over onto your side. Just bend the knees, bring the feet to the ground. Take a moment on your side. Just getting ready to re-enter your evening. Whenever that is, just slowly come and pick yourself up. Come to seated position, sitting up nice and tall. Good. Just bring the palms together, center of the chest. You can shut off the eyes. Let's just take an exhale out with the breath, empty the lungs. Go ahead, take a nice full breath in through the nose, filling up the chest, flooding the lungs. Hold the breath in here for a brief moment. Relax the rest of the body. And then open the mouth. Just take a big sigh, let it all go. And try and bring with you anything that you've learned along the way. Try and bring with you that true sense of relaxation from your shavasana. That sense of being content and grounded in the body. Also just your entire being. And so maybe you notice some of the more changes physically, especially more so in the spine, since we work with a lot of bending and flexing and back bending. But even some of the more subtler changes in your breath, in the wavering state of emotions, thoughts, all that result of your practice. So all that good stuff in mind, just rub your hands, feel your efforts one last time, and then just cover the face, massage the face. Then you can slowly bring the palms back together as you blink the eyes open and stay, everybody.